All right, so I wanted to remind you that we just have a little bit of time left. On just a couple of days, we're going to be starting our live class for the market seasons class. And if you're brand new, it's a good class to go ahead and try and attend to understand different market conditions for different option trades. Now, you'll want to get some good insight, at least in understanding like different types of option trades before you trade. So this class is set up for maybe more intermediate type folks. If you go ahead and take a look at the class, you can see it in our tradersfly.com website, and you can scroll down. It'll take you to the registration page towards our Rise to Learn site. So if you visit Rise to Learn, we have tons of different classes on there. And in this one, what we're doing is we're focusing in on different types of strategies for different market conditions as market seasons will change. So you can see here's this pop-up that's going to come up for you maybe in the last day or two. Right now, as I'm recording this, there's 26 days to go. But as you're watching this, there'll be just a day or two to go. And what our focus in on this class will be really just understanding different types of trading conditions and different strategies to do and how to tweak those strategies in different environments, because there's different environments that'll come up. You might have a normal uptrending grinding market. You might have a market where stocks are hanging at the highs but not really doing too much. So how do you see how the market behaves? How do you identify that? How do you technically identify that? What are the mindsets behind that, and what to watch out for, and how to approach it? So we'll talk about different strategies, like do we do a protected vertical? Do we do protected diagonals? Do we do bullish diagonals, bullish calendars? Like how do we tweak these different things in different conditions? And then we'll do the same thing in a sideways market. Like do we do, theta iron condors? Do we do calendars? Do we do different types of trades? Like how do we set them up? How do we look at them, and how do we tweak them for the different market conditions? A lot of people are always curious about nasty market sell-offs, because that's kind of the big one. There's a lot of dumping that happens in the sell side and selling pressure. So we'll look at this as well, and how we might approach it. Buying a put, like why might we buy a put, or what type of put would we buy? So we'll talk about those kinds of things, back ratio spreads, and then of course a market that's also maybe bouncing after a sell-off. So we'll go also in the panel and in the platform, and I'll break it down for you as we analyze the trades. We'll look at the risk profile picture. We'll look at selecting different things on different deltas, and that's what really we'll do. And if you're interested in joining this class, it is April 25th. We start at 9:20 p.m. Eastern time. You can definitely join on the Zoom session, which you'll be able to ask questions. And if you can't attend live, you can at least get the recording. So that way, if you're working, maybe you're overseas, maybe you can't attend at that time frame, you've got kids, you got church, whatever the case is, then you can always get the recordings later the next day or so, and then that class will be with you, so you could always rewatch it 10 or 20 or 100 times if you like. So I definitely encourage you. We will run about, probably 3 to 5 days, I would guess, in the 4 to 5 day range, and about an hour and a half each. So, if you can make it just for an hour, great. If you can stay a little longer, that's fine too. But I really try to make sure I go in as much depth as possible during these classes and sessions. So attend, check it out. Visit the website at tradersfly.com, and then you can register for the class. If you already have an account, you did a live class before, just log into your account first, and you can register for this class. And we'll be on our way to learning much more material, looking at different strategies in different market conditions, and hopefully you'll get a ton of material out of it to be able to see during those transition phases of, hey, now the market's grinding, so what do I do? Now the market's selling off, so what do I do? And that way you just have more tools in your toolbox to be able to tweak that and understand, hey, maybe I should be doing a little more of this and a lot less of something else. So anyways, thanks again. Hope you join me. Go to the website, register, and then I will see you there in the live class.